Hello everybody, hope you're having another blessed day. In today's video, we are back on the game of Wizard101. Now, it's been a while since I posted a video, and it may have been a while since someone actually has viewed this channel. So firstly, welcome back to the channel. And if you are new to the game of Wizard101, let me just talk about it real quick. So Wizard101, if you did not know, and you cannot tell from the game, is an MMORPG. Basically, it's an online game which you get to play with players from around the world. Which in this game, you get to play and quest around to new themed worlds, fighting mobs using new spells that you collect along the way. Finding new strategies and new techniques on how to conquer different challenges. Now, for the videos I'm going to be posting for the next couple of days on my YouTube channel, I'm going to be posting a guide on how to beat the brand new world that came out to Wizard1 about 3 or 4 weeks ago called Darkmoor. Yes, for those that's been around playing Wizard101, you may be familiar with Darkmoor being a side dungeon area for level 100, but now it is the new world to defeat for level 180, being the new max in the game, going from 170 to 180. Now, to access this, you have to previously beat the last world, which was Wallaroo, basically an Australia-themed world full of wallabies, kangaroos, you name it. And then you also had to beat a side quest or a side area called Selenopolis in Crocotopia. Once you got that, you get access to Librarian Fitz to have a brand new quest, which we will be starting today. So, as we kind of walking through it again, I will say I'm not going to be sticking around for the dialogue, so if you want to see the full dialogue, unfortunately you're going to have to hop to a different video. Alright, this one's mainly going to be trying to speed quest as fast as I can through Wizard101 to defeat Darkmoor. Now, as I'm doing that, I will be talking about some set fights that has some cheats and give you some guides and tips and pointers on how to defeat them. And I will say also in advance, this is also going to be through the mindset of basically completing the world through 2 players. All right, using my alt account here, Aaron Stormcaster, to help me quest through the world. All right. Now, before we get started, let's just talk about some things you may want to plan for in advance. All right, because there are some sections, that having to set gear and set types will help you immensely with it, helps save your time. And then also, of course, having some decent gear. Now, I say that from experience, because for all my accounts right now, I have already maxed out all of my other characters up to 180 from 170. Right? Leaving this one last one being my myth. Alright, so I'll say this guy works pretty well. Right? Works pretty well indeed. Now, for what you're going to need to have on your wizard and what I recommend, alright, there's some basic gear for it. The basic component, the one you feel like you need to have regardless if you're playing support, is going to be that Dworgen hood. It is the one and only scar that gives you basically the mass feint spell. Alright, this is something that I'll be using almost every single fight that is allowed. Right? So if you don't have this, please open a couple packs from the Professor's Hordes pack. I think they're even having a sell this every day, so you may even have some saved up. Alright, but essentially this pack is where you're able to get it in the crown shop. Drop the crowns as you need to. Trust me, it's worth it. And then something else I recommend having, and this is one, I'm doing it because of my preference and does help with a lot of the fights. Having a Willcast Hex pet. Doesn't need to be the double resist. I do that because I am playing support. You don't need the whole Death Sniper. I just had a random pet jewel, so I've been tossing this pet from basically wizard to wizard as I've been questing. And then we also have a Willcast Shatter, alright, which will pop up at least in a fight or 2. This one's not needed as much, but it is sometimes helpful in certain fights, right? But at least the Willcast Hex, I recommend that too. And then besides that, this has some decent gear. Now, I will say on my account, I do have typically the best gear that you can have up to this point, being typically the Reaver, you have the Ray Damien robes, you have the fairy pack ones, we have that stuff. Because there will be at least 2 instances you will have to do a solo fight. Actually, 3 instances, 3 points you have to do a solo fight. So you want to have some decent gear to make those fights very easy. Now, with that, that's essentially all you really need to get started with the world. So I won't keep you guys any longer. Let's get out of this kind of intro and start Darkmoor. Hello, Librarian Fitz. toss an extra feint in. Alright. And then we will be good, I think, to join into the fight. Add these spells. Switch into this. Add in. Is that a good card to use? Nah, we'll add this. Alright, so I think I'm actually set to ready to go. Yeah, we'll keep actually kind of. You may actually want to switch it over to your will cast. Yeah, you probably would want to switch it to will cast Shatter, because that's Ice Boss, Lord Mercy. He loves their shields. All right, so we'll just have to kind of. I'll toss a random Pierce, I guess. All right. So strategy for this one, basically, until the queen is dead, the king will have immunity. All right, so you need to kill that one with a single hit pretty early on. So it won't be that hard to do. Strategy for it, we are basically going to this double feint into a single hit the storm boss. So do a regular feint this turn, and then as long as he doesn't shield the storm, we can be able to kill it next turn. Yep. So there's the -100 resist. Not fun. And yes, technically, you could just put a ton of feints on both bosses, boom, AoE kill them, but you really want to hit for 100% shield, and also the chance that he puts a tower shield on himself. Yeah, not fun. Alright. So thankfully, didn't do anything major. We will be able to kill the king this turn. So let's draw some cards. Send this card just to make sure he dies. And basically from here, we'll do a mass feint. And then, honestly, if he does not tower shield next, we can probably just kill next turn with a 4-pit temp. Because we'll be able to put a potent trap on, basically, the queen next turn. Or king, or whatever piece that is. I don't know. Please talking about who's this here. Yeah, so we'll put a potent trap on the king next turn with the hex, with the frenzy. That will probably kill. Alright, so this is 2-pip feint frenzy. 20k, yeah. So you be able to shield, my friend, or you're done. Oh, he's going to hit me. Okay, so good. Alright, so this one here, this is why you want to stagger join, because sometimes if you use this, it does put a weakness on you. Though, make sure your support has some form of resist. You don't want to die early on. And then also his check cheat, a lot of times he'll put like a 100% trap on you. That's really all it does. He just really loves also tower shields. So, this fight, pretty simple. Just get my backup hits drawn in case we need them. Send the temp. Got the hex. Got the potent trap. As long as he doesn't get a block, this should be it for this area. And I think this also may be your first level up, maybe? We're getting pretty close to leveling up to 171. And I think once we get into Darkmoor for your first area, that's when I'll start using the potent XP potions. Alright, so again, strategy for this fight, just to kind of recap for it. You want a frenzy. Basically, you basically want a frenzy. After frenzy. Alright, well, what I'm talking about. Scratch that part there. I got distracted. I didn't realize I didn't kill. But basically, you're going to want to double feint the storm boss, double feint the queen into a frenzy single hit. Honestly, you probably could even crack in a 4-pit, would have done just fine. I just use the storm just to make sure in case I get blocked, I still do enough damage. Right. And then afterwards, you want to do a double feint into another frenzy hit. Should typically kill. Maybe not use temp. Okay, so 1494. I don't know if I have enough temp on me right now. I did draw a temp. I have a feint. I do a feint. You know what? I'm sure that probably kills. We'll send a temp. We'll send no enchanted temp. It should pierce for the shield. The extra feint here with the frenzy. It should be at least 1500. So that should do it. Just make sure you pack a backup pit. You know, it is around 1800. So 18,000 health. So it can be sometimes a little bit difficult to kill the mobs too. Oh, and of course the blocks. Alright, that kind of still do 15 so we get out of here. Ooh, 18. Okay, so we still get to leave. because
I
I
am
went
enjoying
second.
this. I really am.
So
I know.
yeah, you can see, man, he's like basically a giant buff gargoyle. Doesn't seem so bad initially.
Hey again. What? Were you expecting to find me? The real me?
Use some cards. Use this. I'll toss this on. Just tossing a bunch of random stuff on my account. Alrighty. I will stagger join. I don't want him targeting my storm. Alright. And we're into the fight. Okay. So basically, with Dr. Stone here, how his cheat works. Basically, after this first turn, he is basically going to go basically invisible. Right? Basically, he turns to stone. He's affected by the sun. When he is turned to stone, he cannot be killed. At least that's how I believe the cheat works. Alright? Now, after his, I believe, second turn in stone, he will come back to being solid, and for the rest of the turn, he'll be good. If you do not kill on that turn, he turns out of stone, he will turn you into stone, which then you have to keep on drawing to eventually get a card to help you break out of stone. Unfortunately, if you're going first, you don't get the chance to hit him on that turn he breaks out of stone. So he's guaranteed he will turn to stone on that fourth turn. Now, if you're going second, when he passes turn on the third turn, he's out of stone, you can hit on that same third turn. Alright, so here we go. He hits himself, he turns to stone at this point. Now he can't really be killed. You can still target him, so I will still put some feints on him, so when I do eventually break out of being in stone, we will be good to go. So I'll put a no feint. What else can I toss on him? We'll just put a storm trap on him. And the next turn, actually, I will probably mass feint. No, actually, I'm going to blade. I don't even need to mass feint in this dungeon for this round. I think we'll do plenty of enough damage to take him out once my storm does get freed. It just depends on how much damage I'm going to be taking before that happens. Alrighty. But if things go right, you should very easily be able to triple feint. You know, this is turn 3. So he has one more time up here, right underneath his key sigil power up here. That one. So basically, if he was going first, when he passed, that'll go to 0. He would be out of his stone mode. You'd be good to go. Unfortunately, that is not the case. Alright, so we have to pass. We still cannot hit, so we'll just blade my storm again. And he gets a little bit extra buff, so he'll be a little bit stronger. He will be able to one hit with the sirens whenever he does get out of storm mode. So, here's the blade. Minion does whatever the frick the minion wants to do. And of course, once they hit, this wastes more time. In fact, looking at time right now, we are around 41 minutes in. So, definitely over. We've had some bad luck. That one fight did an extra turn or two. We did have the king survive an extra turn too. Well, besides that, it's not been too bad of a run, but I will say this is when it gets bad. End of turn 3, we get hit by this mass hit and Medusa spell, and it turns into stone. And if you played Selenopolis, it works fairly similar to that. If you have some of the fights that you have to basically keep on discarding your hand to try to find one spell out of 70 something. Alright, so you have basically 1 for 11 turns chance of drawing the right spell. Let's see, does anyone get it? No. All passes on my fire. Well, myth. So I have this discard them all and pass. And then same thing on my storm. We didn't get any cards. So that is first of 11 tries failed. And basically only one card in our deck now has the break out of stone card, which we have to use or we cannot get our cards back. So now, we're just going to be stuck in a loop. So, again, would have killed last turn. Now we're on turn 4. Let's see how many turns it takes until I can hopefully break out. Right? But then again, faithfully, once we finish this fight, we're done with this area. We can head on to the new world. Done and dusted. And, unfortunately, turn 5, no luck either. So, wipe both hands. We go into turn 6. Alright, hopefully we do not get past turn 6. I'm sure there'll be some, maybe in the comments, that will very much enjoy what comes after turn 6. Now, I think there are also some cheats with how you complete this fight in stone mode. If you kill when you're in stone mode, it makes them spawn back. You know, if you want to do badges, head over someplace else. I'm trying to avoid as much badges as possible. Oh, and now he's turned himself back into stone. Even more lovely. Alright. So, again, we're just on a loop. Going from stone, not in stone, back to stone, in stone. Which, honestly, I don't know how that affects it. We'll see in a bit how that affects it. In fact, we're going to do a little experiment. If I get hit while in stone, while he's still in stone, what does that do? Well, this stone. I'm still discarding, so I want to find out regardless. I wonder if it resets. I swear, if it resets my whole hand. So, again, I should be down to 42 cards next turn. Still haven't drawn a stupid thing. We're on turn 7 and going to turn 8 now. Anything? No, we just keep playing. And still nothing. Going into turn 9. Again, this is why this fight can be really miserable. If you do go second, we'll go first. Because, again, would have been done turn 3. We're all into turn 9. 6 extra turns. And regardless, as soon as you draw the spell, it will take an additional turn on top of that too. So you have to take 1 turn to break out a stone, and then the second turn to hit. Oh my lord. Now, I will say I will not be doing any runs like this again. I will not be intentionally getting the bad section. I know this is definitely not amusing. Going into turn 10 now. Alright, passing again. Extra 7 turns. Extra 8 turns, actually, with that one. Thankfully, they're not doing a lot of damage. But, you know, not fun. I don't know why King's Eye made a fight like this. I don't think anyone liked it in Selenopolis when the final boss makes you all play like this for an entire game. Alright. Oh, fun little feint. And it hits me again. That's fine. What's this? Cool. Oh, but he's thrown back into stone. Amazing. Still no cards, so gosh darn. And I've literally had instances I've gotten the card back first turn out of the 7 draws. I am 49 cards or 7 turns past. So if we're going to turn 11 now, into turn 11, it's wild. It is wild. And then whenever I do draw it, still nothing. Oh my god! I only got like 2 more turns, so I have to draw it. It's gonna be in the last draw probably. All right, so hopefully I get it next, and then hopefully I can hit the turn after. But this is insane. Okay, so he's out of stone mode. Cool. I feel like I'm gonna get an additional bash. Please, I get it. Oh my god! Did I get it again? Oh my god! It's literally my last freaking set of cards. You only have 14 cards, so I should run my last 7 next turn. This is insane. Let me play the game. Don't you stone me for no freaking reason. Oh my gosh. Whoop whoop. Oh. I should be free now. Oh my god, I have 1 more set of discards. My other guy got it. That's nice. I don't really need him to have it, but there you go. You're free. But my Storm didn't get it. Oh my god, my last draw is going to be the Storm. So this is turn 12? 13? Oh no. It's going to be like 15 turns. Extra 12 turns because I went first. So yeah, guys, never go first in this dungeon. I have wasted almost getting close to almost 10 minutes on this one fight. And it's not a hard fight if you go second. It's a free turn fight. Guaranteed. Triple feint into like a Sirens or AoE. Boom, he's dead. Gandhi. Alright. All you gotta do. All you gotta do.
My sons
Oh my god, it turns back into stone. So I'm gonna lose my guy. And then I'm just gonna have to pass on my storm probably. Yeah, because I feel like, we'll see in a second. Alright, but I should be able to like blade myself, I'm assuming. Yeah, I can blade him. I'm gonna play it smart. I'm not gonna do jack on my storm. I have a feeling when he comes out of storm mode, my myth is gonna be frozen again. Just a hunch. Just a hunch. Alrighty. So we'll do this. And let's see. Let's see if I get turned to stone. Yeah, it's Cyclops. I lost track of turns. It's 15, 16 turns now. Shame, shame, King's Island. Developers of the game. Shame, shame. We good? Please say I'm good. I'm trusting you, King's Island. Don't kill me. Don't be doing no nastiness right here. Don't be no cheats in this turn. I'm gonna cry. I'm free. Don't stone me. Let me hit. Let me get out of here. Okay. Pass. Hit. No random cheats. Okay, we're good. We're done. We're out of here. Probably like 500,000 right here damage for how many busts are on this thing, but you know, we are finishing the last fight of the Arcanum now. 10 minutes in versus nope, free. It's taken me 3 minutes typically for this whole dungeon before. No one. Another buff. Another buff. Another buff into the myth damage. How much we doing? Yeah, 208,000 damage. He only has 17,000 health. Little overkill, but very much deserved. All right, yada 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 yada. Talk. Who cares? No, was not expecting it to go into 50 minutes.
Well, here we are.
All right, but you know,
these are the outsiders.
the more we figure it
Wizard.
out. All right, so boom, we've made it here to Darkmoor. We are. All right, but with that will do it for this first episode back into Darkmoor. The next episode, I'll be talking about mainly how to defeat these next solo or single fight parts. And part of a dream area, you defeat these tarot cards, which each ones have their own set of bosses and cheats to defeat. Alright. So with that in mind, if you have any questions about anything going on with Wizard101, any side cheats, guys, suggestions, how to farm certain materials, just post it down in the comment section down below. Or if there is additional games you want to see me play on this channel, also post them down in the comment section, and you never know, they may pop up in a future video. But with that in mind, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope you all have a blessed rest of your day. With that in mind, I'm out.